my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you're so very welcome indeed. Are we living and are we loving the hand jewelry? This is by Toro Collection. I love her. She has done beautiful personalized necklaces for me with Adrian and Ula. I've worn them before on the show. And she has come out with this beautiful, gorgeous hand bracelet. Are we living and loving? Let me just take it off. It comes out like that. Do you see? Voila. There you go. And then you just slip your hand into it like so. And voila. I am living and loving. The dress, my darlings, is by Zara Ambassador. Beautiful, gorgeous lippy, JUVIAS please. And this lipstick is called Sheba. Baba. Yeah. I love it. I like to do all of these rich tones during the autumn winter, and then this is Fenty for some gloss, and it's a lovely, gives it that rich glossy pull. Yeah, are we living and loving? Okay, so like I have said, nobody has come out in the defense of Puffster, not one person. On the contrary, a lot of people have come out to support, collaborate, and even expand on everything that Cassie had said or had stated in her lawsuit, 35 pages, mind you, against Diddy almost kind of sort of 2 weeks ago. He has a security security guy, ex-security guy, who really goes on to talk about how he treated Kim Porter.
Hey, man, I had to bring you back on the platform, man. I mean, you've been saying this for years, man, and some of the stuff you've been saying coming true. So, you know.
Well, some of the stuff I've been saying is coming true, but all of the stuff that I say is true, and that's facts. You know what I'm saying? Just with this Cassie thing, I didn't know her, but I knew somebody like her, and that was Kim Porter. I didn't know Cassie, but I knew somebody who was going through the same thing she was going through, and that was Kim Porter. So people ask me, yo, and they send me clips of Cassie, I guess it's an affidavit to the courts, you know, of what she experienced. And it's like, it was the same thing Kim was going through. The same thing, bro. Kim was going through the same thing. The beatings, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, and now I could say one time when I know Kim had defended herself, and I told people this, and now everybody, after Cassie report comes out, everybody want to show the picture now. You see a picture on the internet going with Puff, right hand is in a bandage. That's the night I was called by Paul to meet him over at St. Luke's Hospital. He had a white t-shirt wrapped around his wrist because Kim had took the cork, you know, where you open up wine, the corkscrew. She took the corkscrew and caught him on his wrist defending himself. And he almost, I think he had, I know he tore some ligament, but he almost hit an artery or came close to the artery or either scratched it or cut it a little bit because he just kept bleeding. And from that point on, he was hooked. That's when I knew, I knew when they was talking about people getting addicted and hooked on pain medicines, that's what happened to him. And it was from his right wrist that he's reminded by Kim all the time now.
And looking at this lawsuit, right? And like you said, she did accuse him of abuse in this lawsuit, but she also accused him of sex trafficking in this lawsuit. How you feel about that?
Well, you know, he get the sex trafficking because he took her to different states and had her perform sex acts with different you know, male prostitutes and different people sometimes against her will. You know, we look at this and we say, well, that was his girl and she did it on her own. She didn't have to. Man, you can't say that. That was a 19-year-old girl that what they call now groomed by an older man. And yes, she got some of the benefits of being with a billionaire, millionaire, and everything like that. But it's just certain things that he did to groom her and put her into that position that she wanted the career. She wanted to do the music. She wanted to be a performer and all this stuff like that. He held all that shit over her head, bro. And now that she came out and telling everybody her story and what happened to her, you know, people are finding fault in her. People are saying that she ain't right for putting a lawsuit against him, but she earned every bit of that, bro. And like I said, I only seen bits and pieces of it, but she earned every bit of that. Yo, I heard that he beat her so bad he sent her to Hawaii so she could stay away from people. That's crazy, man. But that's Kim's story. That's Kim's book. That's Kim's book. Then you hear about the fact that he broke Kim's nose on a yacht?
Wow, I ain't hear about that.
He broke Kim, let's say allegedly, but it was told by people in her camp that he broke Kim's nose on a yacht. So Cassie's story is Kim's story. Cassie's book is Kim's book. Bro, when y'all look at this thing and saying force, y'all think that he probably threatened to beat her, threatened to do something like that. That ain't what force is. It could come from the mentality. Yo, he put her in a certain position, in a certain situation, in a certain time in her life. You understand what I'm saying? That she saw no way out other than doing what he told her to do. He had mentally controlled her. It's like a pimp. Diddy had pimp potential. He had her mind messed up where it controlled her. She felt no way out. She felt like if she walked out the door, he wasn't going to do the music no more. If she went somewhere or she ran and didn't want to do that, their relationship not only would have been over, he would have painted a picture that nobody else in the industry would have dealt with her. I seen him do it before. I seen him even tell people on the phone before, like he did Wendy Williams. He said it when he was in Cali. When I come back to New York and that BITCH is on the radio. This is Wendy Williams, the hottest radio host in New York City. When she put out those pictures of the dude pulling his pants down and it looked like some gay act that was going on, he got on the phone. He said, let me tell you this. When I get back to New York City, if she's on the radio station, he's talking to a radio executive. He said the same thing to he said, nobody that I deal with, nobody that I know is going to do anything with y'all. No business at all. It ain't going to be no artist, no nothing going to come. He's telling people that at a radio station. When we got back to New York City, Wendy Williams was in Philly at a new station.
Wow.
That's the power he had. That's the music industry, bro. That's the music industry. Now you're gonna have guys coming out against Cassie, talking about she shouldn't have done that. She should hurry up and did that. Man, you can't say that about a victim. This is what kills me about these guys. These guys get these platforms and they want to talk about, guys like me in the background who saw everything, and I didn't see that because I wouldn't have played that. And people could say what they want to say. Yo, Diddy would have did this. Diddy would have did that. Nah, he wouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I told you this before. When he cursed his mother, I said to him, man, if you curse your mother again, I'm going to beat the shit out you. He said, well, no, Gene, she always in my business. I said, if it wasn't for her, you wouldn't have no business. I'm saying that to say this to the women out there. If a man disrespect his mother, you just like an ice cube. You ain't got a chance in hell. Do you understand? That man disrespected his mother. What do we care about these chicks out here, these women out here like that? Now, I ain't gonna say that he couldn't change. Maybe he have. He's brother, a doctor, or something love now. But back then, way before Kim, beat the shit out of Misa because she thought she was dealing with Eric Sermon, the green-eyed dude. He's known for shit like that, bro. But it's a pattern. And it caught up with him.
What I don't understand, and is so wild to me, where did you get this habit of putting your hands on your women? All of them have claimed this. Even Kimora, it's come out where he even said that he would beat her up, and she was expecting at the time. She was pregnant. And now looking back in hindsight, I understand how Kim, Porter, and Kimora were friends. Because their husbands were friends. And their husbands were treating them a certain kind of way. Because remember when Kimora came out crying about how Russell treats her and the children? It's all coming together. Stuff that we would never, ever, ever even fathom. To even bring it up and say, oh my God, this could be. Nah, not at all. And so you have the security guard, ex-security guard, like I said, speaking out. It's the details for me. It's the details. The details are sharp. And he talks about how Diddy tried to do a record executive. How he wanted absolute control over Kim Porter, despite the fact that he was dating Jennifer Lopez. He would be out with J-Lo. He'd be out all day, going out, coming from Jennifer's house. And he'd be out in the streets, finding out where Kim was, who Kim was with, what club she was at, and they would go basically hunting her down, making her life an absolute misery, an absolute hell. I don't get it. I don't understand. This comes from The Art of Dialogue. He has this interview, but I wanted to put it here for you guys, just for you to understand how intense all of this is. Not all of them can be lying. Even if we don't want to believe all of the truth, per se, not all of them can be lying. Not all of them. They are all coming out. Even Suge Knight from jail is coming out to give his own 5 cents. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, Puff. The way I look at it, Young Miami, if I were you, I would really, 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 really pack up my things and I would go. Because you are going to run everything into the ground if you stay here in support of this man that I know for facts would not stay in support of you. You're also finding out that a lot of people have passed away. A lot of people have died. The most bizarre of them all was the doctor that, oh God, that was just wild, who did the augmentation for Cassie, of which P. Diddy did not like. As soon as he saw them, he said, no, they're too big, take them out. Under pressure, the doctor did. As far as I'm concerned, his license should have been revoked. And I said that in the first episode. Come to find out, no need to revoke anything, because the following year he died. He actually drove off a cliff, sending a text. That same doctor was the one that did the autopsy for Kim Porter. And there were kind of smoke and mirrors about that as well. Do you see where I'm going with all of this? I too am not understanding. I am not understanding. It's giving me creepy crawlies. It's giving me very, oof. It's bone chilling to know that this is what was going on. I think what should also be said is that people co-signed all of this. That's why, in a way, all right, fine, you know, Diddy will never be able to get that glory that he once had. It's impossible now. All of that is gone. But what about the allies that co-signed all of this? Even the security that's talking about how he would see Kim's face bruised, how he would hear what was going on. How much money was he paying you for you to say, you know what, none of my business, let me just roll on back, I continue with my assignment? Who does that? Who does that? Cassie, you're something else, sis. I live for you. There's a saying, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Diddy did not see this coming in Cassie. How many girlfriends has he had? How many women has he been with? Cassie's the one that opened the casket. You see, when they talk about being buried alive, this is very much being buried alive. If I say so myself, it is very much being buried alive. And you know what's happening? Like I stated in the other episode, which had Aaron Hall. All of the people that he was doing this with, all the other celebrities, are going to go down with him. Whether they like it or not, this thing is building momentum. It's building momentum and it's not going to go away anytime soon. The 90s was something else. I arrived in New York City circa 1995 in the month of May. It was just breaking out into summer. And for those of you who went to the club Palladium, ooh, let me be quiet. Ooh, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, my darlings, and I will see you what? I will see you sooner than later. All of my love. Oh, baby.